So I've got a new Hypertough motion sensing security light or area light to review for you guys. And I've got a few Hypertough brand solar powered motion sensor lights around my house. And I was excited to try this one because it's got the separate solar panel, which is what I needed for my north side of my home. On my south side, I've got a couple of motion sensor lights that have the solar panel built in like that, and it works just fine on maybe like a south side, or you know, a side that you're going to get a full degree of sun. For my north side, it doesn't get very much sunlight, and you might have some other spots where you know you have too much shade and you need a separate solar panel to make it work. So that's what this has, and that's the good thing about this one. So it's powered by a single 18650 battery, which is the same as the other Hypertough motion sensing lights I have, and these have shown to be good quality 18650 batteries that Hypertough uses. They hold a good charge, and they've been holding up really well in my other lights. So it's got 3 modes. These are a little bit different. These modes are a little bit different from the other Hypertough lights that I have. So the first mode is going to be the same as my other Hypertough lights. Mode 1, really bright. The light will remain off until it senses motion, and then it will turn on full brightness for 30 seconds and then turn back off. That's mode 1. That's pretty much the same in all of my Hypertough motion sensing lights. And not just Hypertough, my other motion sensor lights as well. Mode 2 is a little bit different from other lights that I've owned. It'll stay on at dusk. As soon as it gets dark enough, it will go into low lumen mode. It'll be on low brightness. And then if it senses any motion, it'll go on to full brightness for 30 seconds and then back down to low illumination. The difference with this one is that it only will stay on low for 6 hours. And then the low illumination will go off, and it will only be motion sensor. Mode 3, so it'll be on low illumination for 4 hours without motion sensor. And then after that, the low illumination will shut off, and it will just be motion sensor for the rest of the night until morning. So those are the 3 modes you get with this one. I was expecting it to have the option of being on all night on low illumination, but it's not a deal breaker. And you know, I'll see how I feel about it after a few weeks of using it. But it looks good. It looks really bright. So right now I've got it under an overhang, and it's pretty sensitive, works really well. And I've got the solar light up on top there. And one last thing I want to point out, I can only adjust it on one axis. So I can't turn it this way or that way. I can only turn it up and back. I can actually, if I want to direct it out towards the lawn out there, I can also do that. It has a full 180 degrees of motion in that direction only, but it's really bright.